Let's welcome in CBS Sports HQ NFL analyst Ryan Wilson. And Ryan, you look at the game there, a nice little win there for the Chargers, for the Niners, a nice start at least for Trey Lance. You look at Jimmy Garoppolo, the first series, half the pick. He was only going to play one series, according to John Lynch, the GM, before the game. And then Trey Lance got the 6 series, a reverse from last week where he had the hot start. This time, started off slowly, but finished well. What do you think of the rookie, Trey Lance, coming over from North Dakota State and just basically playing in his second game in 2 years?
No, that's right, Larry. And it was the slow start that got my attention, but the roller coaster ride is sort of what you expect from every young quarterback, and that hasn't been abnormal throughout the course of this preseason or virtually any preseason ever. But you mentioned the slow start with Trey Lance in particular, the interception. It was a tip ball. You could argue that that ball should have been caught, just like the Jimmy Garoppolo interception in the series before that early in the game. One of the things that stuck out to me in terms of Trey Lance, he was throwing a ton of fastballs. He wasn't throwing any changeups, any off-speed pitches. He was wearing out his receivers, and I think that had a lot to do with some of the inaccuracies. And there's a few inaccuracies early on, and then the tip passes and the drop passes just because his receivers weren't getting their hands up fast enough. And regulating that fastball is going to be something he grows into. And I think as he got more comfortable, Trey Lance did, we saw him take something off that fastball. He certainly put it in there to Travis Benjamin on the touchdown in the second half, and also on the touchdown to Mo Sanu late in the first half. So we know he has the arm strength. It's just a matter of taking a little bit off when he needs to. We saw the touch pass down the right side to Sherfield, who was turning out to be one of his favorite receivers. Sherfield had the 80-yard touchdown last week on a great touch pass as well on that deep throw. So I think it was a really good performance. Last week it was 5 for 14. He improved a little bit this week. Now, he took some more sacks. He's had 6 sacks total in the 2 games. He's had 4 turnover-worthy plays in the 2 games, even though he's had just 1 interception. So those are things he's going to have to tidy up. But he's also had some drop passes. So those are the pluses to look at here. So I think all in all, a good second performance for preseason week 2, and we'll build on this. I'm sure Kyle Shanahan will be asked nonstop about who the starter is, and I'd imagine it's still Jimmy Garoppolo, even though we saw some pretty promising things from Trey Lance tonight.
Any concern if you're Jimmy G? Like I said, the 1 series had the interception on Sunday night. Also, you got some accuracy issues. Usually a pretty accurate passer. Don't know about the deep ball accuracy. That's something that I know Kyle Shanahan wants him to work on. If you're Jimmy G, how tight is your grip on this starting job, which you think he's going to have for week 1?
Well, you asked, is he concerned? Yeah, he's probably pretty concerned. He's only had 2 series in each of the last 2 games, 1 each. So it's not like he's had a ton of time to go out there and correct any mistakes he might make. So the inaccuracies are probably mildly concerning for Kyle Shanahan, only because Garoppolo isn't getting a ton of in-game reps. The interception, it wasn't a perfect throw, but that's a catch that Brandon Ayuk is going to make 9 times out of 10, and I imagine he would tell you the same thing. So he was probably frustrated just as much as Garoppolo was by the interception. So he remains the starter as far as I'm concerned. I don't know, unless Kyle Shanahan has some epiphany between now and the start of the season. I think you roll Garoppolo because he knows the offense. We know he can run it well. And then you have packages for Trey Lance in much the same way that the Ravens did when Joe Flacco was a starter when they drafted Lamar Jackson. He would come in for a series here and a series there, and you use his athleticism to create mismatches that way, and then you ease Trey Lance into that starting role. Now, look, Garoppolo has trouble staying healthy, so we may see Trey Lance in week 6 for all we know, but I would imagine in a perfect world, Trey Lance wouldn't get any starts this year, assuming Garoppolo plays like he did when he's healthy, like he did 2 years ago when he led the 49ers to the Super Bowl.
Jimmy G, now 8 seasons in the National Football League out of Eastern Illinois, was, of course, drafted early on by the New England Patriots, but the accuracy, that is a concern. It also was a bit high on a lot of his throws here on Sunday night.
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.